Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. My track guide for the GR86 going around Okayama, the full layout. Let's get into it. For qualifying, you want to be all the way on the left, but turn 1 is a great overtaking opportunity in the race. I brake once I get to these tire lines here just in front of us, or you can use the cone on the right side of the track. I aim for about 80% brake pressure, easing that off all the way to the inside curb. Here I get on the curb itself. And once I'm on the curb, I'll go full throttle again. The track does open up a little bit, so we can get quite early on the throttle. Just make sure you get over to the right side of the track for turn 2. For turn 2, we only have to tap the brake a little bit, and I do it when I get to the piece of tarmac here just in front of us. It is only for about 10%. Quickly off it again and let the car roll into the corner. Once we get into the corner, you want to get on the throttle again. You can use the curb as it won't untilt the car that much, just don't go all the way over. And of course use all of the necessary room on the outside. Now you want to take the shortest line through turn 3 and go out on the left side of the track for turn 4. For turn 4 we have to set it up for a really good exit because we're going on to one of the straights. I start to brake when I get to this changing color on the grass here on the left. I aim for about 95% brake pressure, easing that off all the way to the inside curb. Once I'm on the curb, I'll go on the throttle again. You don't want to be too early on the throttle because it might send you too far out to the left. And you don't want to get too late on the throttle coming out on the right side of the track because that will result in a slow exit speed. I found it to be ideal to come out just about mid-track at the top of the hill. Make sure you're not asking too much of the car and let the car get straight as quickly as possible so it can accelerate as quickly as possible. And then it's going to be a drag race all the way down to turn 5. Turn 5 is a great place to try and overtake if you can get up on the inside. That's why it's crucial to get a good exit out of turn 4. Turn 5 is also our heaviest braking zone on the track, and I brake when I get to the first building here on the left. And here you want to ask as much as you can of the car. I go to about 95% brake pressure and easing that off all the way to the inside curb. And for this one, I'm all the way down in first gear as well. The corner does camber a little bit, so we can utilize this by going early into the corner. And of course, I'm all the way up on the curb on the inside. And I aim to come out just about mid-track for the following corner, because we want to be on the right side of the track. And we don't have far until turn 6. I don't have a clear turn-in marker or braking marker for turn 6, but this is where I turn in. I turn in to cut the curb. Don't cut it too aggressively though, as it will unsettle the car, and then the car might bounce outside of the curb on the right side of the track, giving you a 1x. But once on the curb, go full throttle again and use all of the curb here on the outside. And then for turn 7, you want to be braking just a little bit when you get on the curb here just in front of us. Just about 15% quickly on and off again, just to help the car rotate a little bit. Then you want to get all the way in on the curb on the inside. And just before the curb, you want to go full throttle again and use all of the available room on the outside. Don't go on the grass though, as that will slow you down. Now you want to stay on the right side of the track. For turn 8, my braking marker is when I lose the fence here up on the left side of the track. It's a lot easier to see within the sim. Once I lose that out of my sight, then I'll be on the brake and I aim for about 80% brake pressure, easing that off all the way to the inside curb. Again, we're down into first here, and I want to come out just about mid-track to help open up turn 9 a lot more. Once at the curb, you want to go full throttle again, then I stay about mid-track as it, just a bit on the left side. And for turn 9, it's not that easy to find a braking marker, but just about where the banners begin is where I usually try and brake a little bit. I go to about 20% brake pressure, easing that off all the way to the inside curb. Again, we're down to first here to help the car rotate just a little bit. Once at the curb, you want to go full throttle again and use all of the curb here on the outside. Turn 10 will be flat out. Just make sure you come out on the left side of the track, cutting all of the curb on the inside. Turn 11 is all about the exit because we're going onto a straight, and this one has the start finish line as well. I brake when I pass that green AstroTurf ending here on the left, and I aim for about 35% brake pressure, easing that off all the way to the curb's beginning. I'm also all the way up on the curb. Once I get on the curb, I'll go full throttle again in second gear. We do have quite a lot of room on the outside with the curb and the green AstroTurf we can use to help maximize the exit speed of the car. Just make sure to come in before the grass starts. And that's my lap around Okayama in the Toyota GR86 for a 144.4. I have more track guides for the GR86 linked down below. Hopefully you found this one useful. If you did, leave a like down below. Consider subscribing as well. And now for the uninterrupted hot laps.